Welcome return to BRF Update Top News Channel. I also encourage you to click like and subscribe if you found the video helpful. We will have the following key content in this video. First, Harry warned William and Charles to contact before memoirs. 2. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, ruthless manipulators. 3. Prince Harry upset after Meghan Markle snubbed from Diana ceremony guest list. The new love story by Meghan Markle and Harry is contrary to how a family was treated. Musvine told the Daily Mail's Palace Confidential, "When you do these kinds of things, you have to pick and choose quite carefully. You have to come across as sincere. The problem is that this whole narrative that the Sussexes are trying to build of were very caring, loving people, the way they've behaved over the last 6 to 12 months towards their own family has been the opposite of loving and caring." Musvine added that Harry and Meghan have shown that they are ruthless manipulators with how they present themselves. The tell-all TV interview came just 1 year after Megxi. Harry laid bare his rifts with his father Prince Charles and his brother Prince William. The couple made a string of bombshell claims about the royals, including racism accusations. The crowd offered their points of view. It's called hypocrisy. It's their only talent. I think Meghan thinks if she says Hollywood actress enough times, people will believe it. Unfortunately, for her, everyone can see through her lies. Prince Harry has been warned in advance of his book on its way of connecting with Prince William and Prince Charles, and a royal specialist has urged him to establish a dialogue with both before its publication. The Duke of Sussex is coming back to Britain shortly, this time with tow cameras. He is expected to visit as part of his huge Netflix contract, which is estimated to be worth £109 million. His filming schedule will see him pay a visit to his grandmother, the Queen, after being filmed giving a speech at the Army's Rehabilitation Centre in Nottinghamshire. It could lay the foundations for him to open talks with his father and brother, Prince Charles and Prince William, who Harry has become estranged from in recent months. Ms. Koenig said, "While I think Meghan Markle and Harry need to do what they want to do, both sides need to communicate. If this is how he's communicating, by writing a book, he's missing the context that he needs to talk to his father. Because life is a circle, he could have the same thing happen to him. He talks about being a good father, we don't know how his son will react years later, he could have issues." Yet, not a week later, Harry appeared in the podcast Armchair Expert with celebrity Dax Shepard. Here, he discussed how he was the victim of genetic pain and suffering, these things having been passed down to him by Charles, who by turn had had them handed to him by the Queen and Philip. He also went on to talk about his trials and tribulations growing up as a member of the royal family in the first episode of his and Ms. Winfrey's Apple TV Plus series, The Me You Can't See. Prince Harry was left upset when Meghan Markle had been removed from the Diana memorial ceremony guest list. Although the event occurred before Harry and Meghan were engaged, news of their courtship was already known to the public. On the guest list were not only William and Kate but their children Prince George and Princess Charlotte, Diana's siblings Earl Spencer, Lady Sarah McCorquodale and Baroness Fellows and, who else? The Archbishop of Canterbury. Despite having, according to the Daily Mail, travelled from Toronto to London, Meghan was not there. At the time the situation was framed as it not having been considered appropriate for her to attend the service. Harry reportedly saw things differently. Very differently. At the time of the ceremony, the Mail reported, an upset Harry told Meghan of his family's warnings and a very definite sense of us against the world became entrenched. Within 6 months, Harry then proposed to Meghan. Ms. Elsa continued, 4 months later, Harry popped the question in the kitchen of the Kensington Palace cottage they called home. Less than a year after the private family ceremony that Meghan was excluded from, she became the Duchess of Sussex. We now know that already by then, deep fissures had emerged in the relationships between the newlyweds and the royal family. Another in the long list of Harry's, poor little me, nobody loves me, everybody hates me, I'm going down the garden to eat worms. I wish he'd just keep his odious gob shut.